From the deep, dark reaches of Star Trek Online comes Nikodas, Tabbytha, and Grebog with another episode of Fleet Action Report.
Hello and welcome to Fleet Action Report, the show where we don't just play the game, but we teach you how to play the game.
I'm not Nikodas. That wasn't Tabbytha, but up next is Grebog.
That was interesting.
Alrighty then. I guess computer run program FAR episode 213. Classy Cruisers Chronicles. That tongue twister are us.
I have one too many S's in there. Sorry. It is fixed.
Classy Cruiser
Oh,
Chronicles. Yes. I tried to read what was written and didn't do a good enough job, or I did too well and added the extra S in my trying to say things.
That was completely my fault. I'm sorry.
Well done.
Don't worry, you all have read my typos out loud, so it's fine. Yeah, if you want to support us, being here is a great way of supporting us while we record live, which is Thursdays 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/GREGO. I can't even say my Grebog. Yeah, twitch.tv/GREBOG. And you can also, if you want to support us financially, we have coffee, ko-fi.com/GREBOG. And you can buy us a cup of coffee, or you can just like, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff. YouTube, Twitch. Yeah. It all helps. But, I guess I'll start. My week's been hectic. Things have been happening in real life. I've been mentally, emotionally, and physically drained. So I've been doing things to chill. My game time in STO, on top of, yes, I completed the event campaign. I have not picked, because my brain is too mentally fried. I haven't picked what I'm going to get out of all the stuff and things. Though I did store the Lobby because I'm going to save that for a sale, because I don't buy anything from the Lobby store unless it's on sale. Yeah, I've been working on a tactical captain alien bedside that I haven't been working on in a long time. I was like, people keep saying that if I want to do real DPS, I need to be on an alien tactical captain. And so I've been running through a bunch of ships, getting their mastery packages, or mastery and starship traits unlocked, and then dry docking the ships, because I'm going to probably keep that captain to an escort style, would be my guess. Yeah. But for now, I just been mastering ships, getting things like, the traits that make ships great again, or something. Advanced firing solution, calm before the storm, stuff that you use everywhere. Emergency weapon cycle, some of those good classic traits. But yeah. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Who wants to go next?
Nikodas.
What's your week been like? How have you been?
Okay, apparently we're not actually, randomizing it. Okay. Now my week's been fine. Work has been interesting. Both days that I worked this week, we were kind of unusually busy, but we also had long periods where there was nothing going on. Like, all the busyness came in burst, which is weird and unusual. Outside of that, I did finish the current chapter, I guess, the current storyline of Destiny 2. That was fun. I got all the swag from getting to level 150. And I've had a couple friends that I dragged along with me on that journey, so that was fun. But the big news is I had some guys from the military that I have been introduced to show me a new game that was on sale. I have no idea if it still is, but it is a newer game out. It is Ghost Recon Wildlands, which is an Ubisoft game that follows their Assassin's Creed mentality of an open world with areas that you can teleport to once you've unlocked them, and there's a good mix of combat missions and stealth missions, and I'm actually really, really struggling with the stealth missions in that game. I'm better at Assassin's Creed. Yeah, and that has absorbed a lot of my free time over the last 3 or 4 days. It's a good game. It's fun, and the sale was 80% off. It brought the standard game down to $10, and their digital deluxe version was 20. So if you're looking for a new shooter style game and the sale is still going on, which I don't know, that may be a good one to pick up. But yeah, that's pretty much been my week.
First person or third person shooter?
It does a mix of both. When you're just wandering around, like moving your character, it's third person. But the moment you aim down sights, it switches to first person.
Okay.
So it does a mix. And I haven't tried every weapon available, but the ones I have, once you aim down sights, which they do the standard right mouse button is your aim. So once you click that, it switches to a first person view so you can see your targets. But if you shoot from the hip, it's still third person. I did find that out. There's also multiple vehicles. You can fly helicopters, you can fly planes. There's a slew of different ground vehicles. Some are, some have heavy weapons, some don't. There are boats. Again, some are armed, some are not. The choppers. So the birds either have like wing cannons or they have rockets. The rockets are really hard to aim, but they're devastating when you hit your target.
Cool.
It's been fun to play around on.
Abby.
Well, aside from this, I've been wrapping up some projects in Remix. I've been working on the World of Warcraft pre-launch, War Within pre-launch event, and I actually have been. I tried raiding as a survival hunter, and that was surprisingly fun. Although I learned a couple of hard lessons. One, Terras, the boss in Vault of the Incarnates, the big elemental guy that comes up from a hole in the floor.
Don't get too close.
Well, we all know not to get too close to him, right? But like we all know that, and we all know that he has a very large hitbox, and that, and so you would think that an ability like an ability that has you close with him would drop you like at the edge of his hitbox. An ability like Harpoon. No, I used my Harpoon ability to pull myself to him, and it didn't pull me to the edge of his hitbox. It pulled me to the center of him.
Well, that's where you disengage.
What's that?
I said that's where you disengage.
It didn't give me time to. Pretty much, it pulled me to the middle. I died and fell.
Oops.
Yes, that was. So I started the fight dead, and that was quite embarrassing. So I have another item. I have another event in my long list of embarrassing hunter deaths.
Now you can disengage off the platform and then also harpoon off the platform.
Yes, I've harpooned off the platform and disengaged off the platform. But that's about it for me. I'm still elbows deep in that Fabledom game. Thank you, Nikodas. I'm
No problem.
chasing achievements now. But that's it for me.
You got the first news for STO as well.
All right. Big news of the week. Let's see here. It's Admiralty bonus days, August 15th, which is today, to August 22nd, which is next week. You get 50% more campaign XP and tour of duty assignments grant bonus rewards. So if you are looking to get up some of those Admiralty campaigns or finishing up some of those recruit tasks on any of your recruit characters, this is the week to do it. Nimue forgot to do her Admiralty stuff today. It's okay, I forgot too. But this is the week to do it. Today through the 22nd. Grebog?
All right. Well, guess what? The galaxy's going back to red alert because
Red alert!
we keep getting invaded and such. Now until the 22nd, you have to do your red alert event. I didn't write down how many times we have to do this. You have to do 5 times in the 7 days, so you can only miss 2 days. And you'll get the reward of 1 ultimate tech upgrade and 1 specialization point. Great way. Either if you don't need any of this stuff, you have a nice chill week. If you have characters that still need to upgrade stuff or a spec point, it's a great way to get some free stuff. But don't worry though, they have all the red alerts back, including the Zincathi. They put, as always in the blog post, that they will likely remove the fail event or fail condition from the Zincathi red alert in a future run of this event. So I'm sure they'll get it by the next one.
Next one, of course.
Always.
I didn't say which
next
one. The next.
That's funny. Kind of broke me there. That's funny. So that's it for the news. We are going to move on to our primary target, which is talking about cruisers. As you can see, we are all flying different cruisers today, although 2 of them are somewhat similar. We have Grebog in the World Razor Juggernaut. Juggernaut, is that
Juggernaut.
Correct? Okay. Tabbytha is in the legendary Dreadnought Cruiser, or the Galaxy X, as a lot of fans call it. And I am in the legendary Miranda multi-mission cruiser, which is one that we did not have on our list, and I just added at the bottom. So the cruiser variants, and so this is a direct quote from the STOWiki. It says, "Cruisers are large, powerful vessels that excel at long-range missions and exploration," which there really isn't a lot of in the game, but that's okay. Base hull points vary from 37,500 to 53,475, with modifiers from 0.9 to 1.21. So lots of hull points, and there's an equation if you really want to know the math, but I'm not going to get into that. Most cruisers have shields that range from 1.0 to 1.55, and that's an even crazier equation, which I'm not getting into. Out of all the ships in the game, cruisers tend to have the lowest inertia rating, going from 20 to 50, and a turn rate from 5 to 12 degrees per second, depending on which one. The slower turn rate kind of forced players, especially early players. Well, you should have put that then. I'm
It's
good
fine.
with that. It created this tactic where instead of facing your enemy head on, you would actually turn your ship sideways to your enemies and you would broadside. So all 8 weapons, which you would equip beams on, would be able to target the same enemy, or in case of beam overload, all the enemies everywhere. That has changed somewhat in the modern play because people tend to use the omni beams and mines in the back instead of 8 beams. So the broadsides, while it is still a thing, it's not as prominent as it once was. That and some cruisers, as we'll get into here shortly, now have 5 weapon slots up front instead of 4. Some of them do a 5-3. There is one that does a 3-5, correct? Or is that a science ship?
I think there's one of them out there that's a 3-5, and people have asked for more 3-5s because they want mine layers. Because
Right.
a 3-5 would be a great mine layer,
My cats have decided
or to annoy
fight
cats.
on
If you have a 3-5, then you can drag cat toys out the back and have all the Cations chasing you.
They have decided to fight each other right in front of my microphone. That was bad. All right, so lowest inertia, I already went over that. So for the first subtype we're going to talk about is the standard cruiser. Most of them have a 4-4 weapons layout. These ships cannot equip dual cannons, with the single exception of the Undine Kiwavi Biocruiser. For some reason, they let cannons throw on that one. Now, it probably really should be a battle cruiser, but that was before battle cruisers came out for the Federation, so it's kind of a thing. The mastery package for cruisers is the absorptive hull plating, which adds 25 physical and kinetic resistance. Rapid repairs, which gives a regeneration of 1.25% of your max hull every 3 seconds, and that doubles when you're out of combat. Enhanced hull plating, which is 25 energy and radiation damage resistance, and then armored hull, which adds 10% to your hull hit points. And that's it for your standard cruiser.
All right. So light cruisers, which is mainly on the Fed side, the Miranda class and family, though. Yeah. A lot of them I noticed there was like a couple in the Miranda class that are classified as frigates, which are kind of a break off from the light cruiser, but they're, yeah. But they also are 4-4. Though here's another weird exception. Yeah, also like the T1 Connie, like there are some other light. We're focusing a lot more on the T6 ships, because there's some weird exceptions when you add in the T1s and the T2s and 3s. Like here's another, like for the light cruiser, the only light cruiser that can use dual cannons for some reason is a T1 of the Miranda family. Why? I don't know. It's a light cruiser that can use dual cannons, but the T6 variant light cruiser can't. It's weird. I would have thought they would have kept it forward. It is a little more maneuverable because it has 11 degrees per second turn rate, and it has the same mastery package as a standard cruiser.
Tabby.
And then we have our heavy cruisers. Let's see, I could swap into one. No, wait, I can't swap into one. I don't have one ready. Anyway, heavy cruisers have a 4-4 weapons layout, more hull hit points, and the same mastery in your and a same mastery package as your regular cruiser.
Actually, as I was looking through the list, there's a lot of subtypes of cruisers that are the same. The next one on our list is the exploration cruiser. Again, it's a 4-4 weapons layout and has the same mastery as your standard cruiser.
Okay, this is something when looking up the way a lot of these get broken apart. Why they get broken apart is in the exploration cruiser, it might have a little like another science console slot, than the rest of the cruiser family. The like for the assault cruiser here, also 4/4, same mastery package as the default cruiser. It will likely have more of the tactical console slots available for you to use. So that is a little, and also the bridge officer seating. They also adjust that, and that alters whether it's an exploration, heavy cruiser,
So
assault
exploration
cruiser.
would be science leaning. I can add that in.
So like an assault
Okay, so-
cruiser is going to have more like probably a lieutenant commander tactical seat with probably even an ensign tactical.
But most of the cruisers have similar the mastery packages. A lot of where they differ in the cruiser types is going to be the like a tweaking of the console slots and seating, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And the next one that Tabby's going to cover is kind of another weird one. And hey, Rashad.
That's
Aren't
the
those-
Star Cruiser, the
Yeah.
4/4 weapons. It had more crew when crew was a thing, which means now that crew's no longer a thing, it has a faster hull regen.
Aren't those?
And it's kind of a science-leaning flavored ship.
Yeah. And the only times that we got Star Cruisers, they're few and far between. Like they gave one to us. The first Odyssey that we did the event for was a Star Cruiser. It was an Odyssey Star Cruiser, and then they gave us the T5 package that had the tactical engineering and another science variant. It's a bit, yeah. It was an odd. They're out there. It's not many Star Cruisers.
The battle cruiser. Okay, so this one is a little weird. Originally, when the game first launched, the Federation had cruisers and the KDF had battle cruisers. They were a more tactical focused cruiser type ship. Now, over the years, that has obviously not stayed the same. Both factions have, cruisers, and many of these types are across all the factions except Romulans. They're different. Most battle cruisers have a 5-3 weapons layout. There are a few that go with the standard 4-4. All of them can equip dual cannons or quad cannons. They are tactical leaning, so they tend to have more tactical seating, more tactical console slots. And they have their own mastery package. Theirs has the absorptive hull plating, so they get that physical and kinetic resistance. But then they have enhanced weapon banks for plus 15% critical severity. Then they follow the rest of the same train. So they have the enhanced hull plating, which is the energy and radiation resistance, and the additional hull points from armored hull.
And then we have a command battle cruiser variant. It is also tactical leaning and a 4/4 weapons, but it uses the same mastery package as a battle cruiser. This is essentially a while yes, it's tactical leaning, it is a bit more engineering focused of the battle cruiser. Yeah.
And then there's the Dreadnought Cruiser. 4/4 weapons, can equip dual cannons, 2 cruiser commands, which is usually like attract fire and weapon system efficiency. Engineering leaning, 1 hangar, Dreadnought Mastery Package, which is like rapid repairs, enhanced hull plating, devastating weaponry, armored hull. Except like with my legendary Dreadnought cruiser here, I've got a 5/3, so there's some exceptions. But in general,
I completely forgot I started doing that and then stopped, apparently. Because I started at the bottom of the list and was working my way back up it. the cruiser command abilities.
Oh, were you adding those in? I missed that.
Well, no, I started that last night when I was working on the notes.
Yeah, so some of these ships will have, all of them should have
Cruiser
those
commands.
commands. Some will have 2, some will have 4. The ones
Some will
that are
have
more
3.
Some will have 3. The ones that are more tactical focused tend to only have 2. The ones that are more engineering focused tend to have all 4. And then the ones that are science focused are usually in the middle. That's how you break that down.
Yeah, battle cruisers tend to have 3. They tend not to have attract fire, but they'll have like the weapon system efficiency, the shield one, and then the turning one.
Let's see. Is it my turn? I'm on the heavy dreadnought cruiser,
Yes.
aren't I?
Yes.
Okay, heavy dreadnought cruisers are 4/4 weapons. They can equip dual cannons. They typically have 2 cruiser commands. They have 2 hangars, which leads some players to view these as carrier ships rather than cruisers. I can see that argument, but they tend to be more engineering focused than a lot of carriers. Take that as you will. They do have their own mastery package because they get the quick deployment. So they have absorptive hull plating, the quick deployment, which adds 20% or reduces the launch carrier pets recharge time by 20%. Then they have the armored hull and the rapid repairs.
All right, frigates. These are kind of a cross between an escort and a cruiser. And anyone that's flown anything that's been classified as a frigate probably knows what I'm talking about there. They are 4/4 or 5/3. They can equip dual cannons. They have a higher turn rate. A lot of them were at 11 degrees per second. They do have 3 cruiser command powers. But their mastery package differs slightly from the standard, and so they have the enhanced hull plating and enhanced weapon banks, which is different, which gives them the 15% crit severity. They also have rapid repairs, which is a standard cruiser one, and then they have precise weapon systems, which gives more accuracy. And frigates are fun to fly if you like cruiser styles.
They are very fun to fly. Then you have your support cruiser, like the Narendra, which is a very good ship to pick up because it gives you one of the best in slot traits history will remember. If you want something more Klingon leaning, you could pick up the Viral support, the Viral or the Viral KDF ship, which you can make look like the Vorcha. Also gives you the history will remember trait. But 4/4 weapons, science leaning, mastery is the same as the cruiser. Also note the Viral for sister KDF sister is a lot more maneuverable than the Narendra. So if you're looking for something a little bit more nimble than the Narendra, grab the Viral.
Isn't
It can cloak too.
Isn't the Viral classified as a support battle cruiser?
It is. It is. But I mean, it's they're supposed to be sister ships. So
They are. I wonder though. I haven't looked at it, but I kind of wonder if it has the battle cruiser mastery.
I'm kind of crossing the streams though.
It's a good ship. I actually this time around when I was getting the trait, I used the Voral, and it's a fun ship.
It is. It's really fun.
I do like the look of the Vorcha too. That was a KDF command ship in the time of TNG.
Yeah, I loved it from the moment I saw it in TNG.
See, that's how I feel about the Derridex. When we get to Warbirds, I might have to fly a Derridex, which will take me a minute to set up, but that's
Damn you for
okay.
claiming it. Well, I mean, we have. Oh,
Juggernauts. Okay, so
Jug-
um, according to the wiki, and this got a little confusing, but according to the wiki, Juggernauts are in the same boat as some escorts, which we disagreed with because they are heavier ships. They are slower turning. They fit better with the cruisers, but according to the wiki, they fit in with warships and what's the other one?
Destroyers.
Yes, destroyers, which are more escort style. So we've got him here. It's what Grebog is flying. Um, they have 8 weapon slots. Most of them are 5.3. They can slot dual cannons, and they have their own mastery package. They have devastating weaponry, enhanced weapon banks. So it's the destroyer package, right? Devastating
Yeah.
weaponry is crit chance, enhanced weapon banks is crit severity, rapid repairs is regeneration, and enhanced weapon systems adds a flat 10% kinetic and energy damage. So they are more focused on the damage side of things, and we're getting some guests over here lining up with us, which I find funny.
They brought their cruisers too.
I see that. We have a Lexington, and I'm not sure if that's a support cruiser, but it's a ambassador class.
I'm
oh,
gonna guess it's
that's
the
that's
Narendra,
the Narendra.
because
Oh yeah, there you go.
Dwayne was talking about. He picked that up. All right. Next, this is technically a carrier, but it fits in with cruisers because it it's a little both. Which is the flight deck carriers. They are 4/4 weapons. They only have one hanger. I thought. I guess that's probably right. I probably even double checked that back. Anyway, but they have flight deck carrier mastery, which has a lot of this. It's got the absorptive hull plating and rapid repairs, which is also from cruisers. But then it has quick deployment, which is the 20% recharge time reduction for carrier pets, and then also again another carrier power or cruiser power, enhanced hull plating. So
Tabby, can I jump in here real quick before you do the last one?
Sure.
I want to back up to Juggernauts. Grebog sent a message in our team chat that is something I missed on the Juggernauts. All of the Juggernauts that are currently in game are lockbox only. There are none in the Zen store.
yeah, because like you have the, I think the Borg liberated Borg Juggernaut, the Vodwar Juggernaut, America Worker Juggernaut. That they're all massive and juggernauts. Well, yeah, and Lobby or not Lobby.
Juggernauty.
Well, they're promo or lockbox ships.
All right, go ahead, Tabby.
All right, the multi-mission cruiser. Those are 5.3, can slot dual cannons, have a hangar, 2 cruiser commands, and cruiser mastery. These are things like your your little things like your Clark multi-mission that share a frame with your Miranda.
I'm looking to see what other ones are. There are some science ones, but we'll cover those later. Oh, the legendary Akira is a multi-mission cruiser, and then the Miranda. It looks like all the cruiser versions are legendary. The science ships um, tend to have more multi-mission stuff, but those aren't legendary. That's interesting. All right, so that is it for all the variations of cruisers that we were able to find. We will we'll update the notes to be a little bit more thorough, and I apologize for the things that we missed.
such as what commands they have and whatnot. We will try to be more thorough when we do the science ships. And of course, we might visit this again at a later time. For now, we would like to go blow some stuff up and show off our individual cruisers. And I still feel like I'm in the wrong ship. I should be using a Galaxy variant, but I don't have one ready. So you guys want to do the daily since you haven't done that yet?
Well, since we also have people lined up here, do some of them want to do the daily as well?
Yeah. Anybody want to do the daily with us? We have room for 2.
There's been comments that some of you are talking too quietly. I turned you up even higher, and then you started talking even softer. So I don't know what to do about that. Because I was watching the meters and I'm like going, I guess I could turn myself down, and then everyone can't hear any of us.
Sorry, guys.
Does anybody here want to do the daily?
Storm said yes. I can toss an invite. Anthony, is Anthony in here? Dwayne is Anthony. You want to join us? And that gives us a full team. Yay. All cruisers. This is going to be fun.
Oh,
all right,
yeah.
So I'll queue us up for a red alert here, and then we can, I guess, do some randoms until time is up.
Whatever people are open for.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter because any of them I click on is going to wee-woo because we have a full team. So, sorry, guys, that was the first one I clicked on. At least it's not the Zenkethi, right? And away we go.
That was kind of cool seeing everyone go the same direction.
Oh, instead of crashing into each other?
Or warping out in random which ways? All right, who wants what?
You know what? I never go to the middle and just blow stuff up. So I'm going to go to the middle this time.
Oh, I should put into our show notes, since I'm going to copy this out, no cruiser commands on the Juggernauts.
Actually, I'm gonna go to like in the middle of where everything is, and because like I'm in my tanky build.
I guess I'll go to the end of an arm.
You and I can take out the middle here. We're not normally the ones who do that, so.
Oh, I need to update my build. Now that we have this new console that teleports us around and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I've got mine mostly updated. I'm using the ISO mags on this, which is nice. She can equip 7 of them.
I'll just sit here disabling this gate from here.
Yes, 7 ISO mags were really expensive. I actually have 8. I have one ship that can equip 8, so I have 8 of the phaser ISO mags.
If you got dilithium, you can buy up the ones that no one wants, the ones that are like plus resistance stuff. Re-engineer them until they get to a weapon type, and then repost them for money. That's a way to convert your dilithium into EC.
If you have a lot of dilithium, which I spent a ton of dilithium doing that. Oh, hey, Tabby, we have friends.
Go make friends. Let's go say hi to our friends.
Hi, friend.
Hello,
our
friends.
Our friends aren't sticking around for very long.
Aw.
They must have saw I was here.
That was mean. I mean, it was mean towards yourself, but it was still mean.
Now, I'm just going off a habit of anytime I summon a pet, it goes and wanders off to anywhere but near me. It's like, yeah, you may have brought me in here, but I'm going to go hang out on the other side of the map.
I went up top since Tabby already has help down there. So
for those
I'm
that don't know
helping.
this red alert, there are 3 points: the left end of the arm, the right end of the arm, and then the top middle. Each spot you have a spot to disable space gateway. Yes, there will be friendly ships that will fly there and automatically do it, so you can just let them do it. However, it will take longer. You get a bonus if you can help assist them in disabling the space gate. And it basically gives you a multiplier. Like right now we have a times 2.5 multiplier, which will then mean we will complete in a shorter amount of time. So if you want to try to get out of this one faster, help the friendly ships while everyone else just blows stuff up.
We're working on it. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I don't know. I wasn't thinking. Usually I start at the bottom and work my way up when I'm queuing for these things. But we had a full team, so whichever one I clicked on first was going to pop, and that's what happened.
And unfortunately, the rewards from doing red alerts aren't super. I mean, they're not
great.
bad, but they're not like running a regular TFO.
Well, they're usually a lot quicker too. So
true.
Especially the
All
board
right, who
one.
wants to do a regular TFO?
I'm game.
What difficulty?
Well, we got enough people. I would need to switch ships, but we could up it to elite and see what happens.
Ooh.
Let me switch what ship I'm in real quick.
I'll have to think about my build, because I have DPRM I could slap in now. I also, you know, the fracture tunnel
that you could slap in right now. I think I am good, and this is my ship. This is another ship that slots 7 of the ISO mags, which is fun.
Everyone, if you stay in group, if you want to go, if you don't want to go with us, then I guess bounce.
Should I just do a random elite and see what happens?
Sure.
And hope that it's space.
Yeah, and hope it's space. Ground would be Let's see what happens.
I'm good. This captain's good for ground. So
it looks like everybody's ready.
I mean, I gave them the warning. Bounce if you don't want to go. Wee woo.
Wee woo.
Hopefully everyone. Everyone.
It should be everyone, since we have a full team. Is it bad that I'm kind of nervous about this?
Well, we don't do a lot of elites. You know.
So, next week, I put down on our notes that we will probably cover the new event, because I'm sure we're going to have one. On the off chance we don't, I put down that we'll do science ships. Are you guys good with that?
Sure.
Yeah. So new event. I'm guessing we're either gonna get content drop. Hence
Wolf
not
359.
Oh, did they announce it already?
No,
Oh,
that's
no.
what we're loading into.
Oh, I guess that means we're gonna fail it, doesn't it, everybody? No, there's a weird bug, and if you almost no one can get it to not happen, from my understanding. I'll go to the backside.
I'll stay on this side.
All right.
Tank works best on top.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh, okay.
true.
I'll go on top.
I'll go to port over here. So we need somebody to take the
you
front
can't
here and
let any of the pods reach the cube, from my understanding, or it fails.
Oh,
the whole mission fails.
I believe so.
Interesting. All right. Dwayne or Storm, one of you take the front, one of you take starboard, please.
And what if someone doesn't know what starboard means?
The right. Sorry. Starboard is to the right, port is to the left.
You will disarm your weapons.
I'm not saying that Storm didn't know, but you know,
If you attempt
I know sometimes I struggle with remembering
Task Group Alpha,
because I'm not normally on a boat.
Gamma, hold.
No, I get that. A long time ago, I took a boater course, and that's one of the few things I actually remember from it. Port and left are both 4-letter words. That's why they go together. And then right and starboard both have more letters than that, and that's why they go together.
Full reverse.
And for some reason, that's something that just stuck in my head.
Protect the life pods. Some of them are carrying civilians. You've destroyed a third of their weapons. Keep at it. Bone cell is down. The trap is no longer baited. All that's keeping the port here now.
And I
am
fall
taking
back
a
on that.
crap ton of damage.
Thirds of their weapons are gone.
Where are you at? You need help?
I just
need
blew
help.
up.
Okay. Why was it focused on you? That's interesting.
I was like, Dwayne's kind of got my side covered right now.
Okay. I'll head back to mine then. This cube is freaking massive. Wouldn't you just love to see 8 of these things stacked on top of each other?
The knowledge and experience of the human. Picard
Ah, good old
us now.
Nikodas.
Prepared us for all possible courses of action. Your resistance is hopeless. Task Group Beta, move in. Remember, the Enterprise is on its way. Attention all hands. This is the Hood. We're moving to attack speed now.
Fleet, this is the Roosevelt. We're moving into support.
Wow, that tractor beam emitter did not want to die.
4 shields failing. Target's shields have failed. Rear shields failing. Left shield failing.
This is the Garrett.
Come on, our simulator, get away from my...
They're assimilating everything.
We picked up survivors from the Saratoga. Commander Sisko managed to evacuate many.
I'm just getting annihilated here.
Well, we did queue for elite, so
Reported by the enemy. They're assimilating
I did not bring a ship with enough durability, though we have a lot of.
The righteous, we've been boarded. Attempts to resist assimilation are failing.
Get away from the hood, dude. Or the righteous. Oh, the righteous. The righteous is here.
This is the righteous. We've been boarded. Attempts to resist assimilation are failing.
Republic to fleet! The Borg are attempting to assimilate all the crew and systems!
Oh, shoot. Come on, get back in there.
Computer, end simulation.
And we failed.
It was quite the battle. As you can see, the Borg
I
is
see
less
that.
overwhelming than
Like I said, people have a hard time with this one because of the escape pods.
Interesting. Okay. Well, it was a nice run, guys.
I didn't die.
I didn't either, but we still failed. That was fast too. It was only a few seconds since we got to that phase. So it must have grabbed one right off the bat.
I was trying to cover two sides and couldn't keep up.
I was taking a ton of damage though. Holy crap.
All right. Well, shall I hit us up for another one? Oh, don't forget to repair if you blew up.
Let's do it to it.
Okay.
Hit it. Woo.
We will. Oh yeah, some of the escape pods also spawn inside the cube, so it's like an instant fail when you get to that point. Especially if one of the ships that they are attacking, for whatever reason, the AI drove it right into the cube. And then when it starts getting assimilated, oh boy. Everyone's favorite.
Vault and
Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum.
snare.
One's not too bad. Since
But
they
yeah,
redid it.
as Storm was pointing out, it was like sometimes they just the ships will spawn run themselves right into the cube. Then their pods spawn inside the cube where you can't even see them or touch them, and then game over. Game over, man.
359 Elite is hands down the hardest TFO. Good to know. Makes me feel slightly better.
Yup.
Bugged Corfez is more successful.
I'm going to the right.
I'll go right.
I'm going left.
Tholians.
I'm waiting for a.
I was inside. I'm outside. Huh. Moving to the next one.
I'm waiting for a arachnophobia mode that turns the Tholians into crabs.
We're real gamers over here in STO. We don't let little things like space spiders bother us. Oh, I missed one. Whoops.
Dwayne got it. Dwayne's cleaning up our mess because he's good like that.
I backtracked. I'm over here. I forgot that we don't have shields in this nebula, though. That might be a problem on Elite.
Oh, apparently Winara Shade is in Corfez.
Oh, that group doesn't even have a ship, so...
Oh, we can just move right past, right?
Yeah. Technically.
Ooh. Ooh, that hurt. They got me. Projectile launcher damage. Well, that's no good.
Uh-oh. We've lost 2 people.
You guys blew past this group and I got slaughtered. Okay, I guess I'll go this way.
I'm really missing the fracture tunnel right now. Would make this map so much easier.
Oh, true, because you could just jump past the barriers.
We cannot remain in the battle. We must withdraw.
Well, there's that, and also, like, when you need to get from one group to the next, I can just, once I get within 20 kilometers, teleport to the next group.
Come here, Mesh Weaver. I got a gift for you. Your little wall is not going to help you. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little wall, too. Sorry, had to.
Make the Tholians pay for what they have done today.
Okay, that one's good. We got 1 left, 2 left.
2 left. It looks like Storm and Tabby are already working on both of them.
I'm coming in to help.
Make the Tholians pay for
That
what they
one's
have done
done.
today.
And we made it. Well done, guys.
I love having hanger pets in intercept mode because when you're dealing with Tholians, they knock out those webs.
Oh, the webs are counted as incoming missiles. That's interesting.
Uh-huh.
I wonder, do they count for the destructible torpedo
Yes.
endeavor?
Yes.
Nice.
So if you have the destructible torpedo endeavor, load up the Tholian red alert.
Huh. That's good to know.
Here, if everyone's
Go
on
into
this
any,
side, I'm going to go to the
patrol
other
with
side.
Tholians.
All right, here we go, guys. Phase 2.
In 20. No, 15. Because we all needed a go coffee break. Yeah. Had to check to see if there was coffee in that nebula.
Drink it if you got it.
Well, there is a nebula here.
That's why I said that.
There's coffee in that nebula.
It's worse than
Oh,
I thought.
now we have to wait again. We had to wait to the end, and then we have to wait again before they come in.
They did not make this any better.
It's important that we look at the aesthetics.
Wow,
Everybody
look at that
enjoy
wall.
the
Isn't
view.
it pretty?
Look at all the green lights. All right, here we go. Now we get to blow stuff up.
Have a ball of death, everybody.
Oh, no giant phaser lance this time?
Oh no, I've got that too.
Oh, all right.
The Juggernaut
I've got a
has
phaser lance.
innately on it the Juggernaut array, and it is a giant phaser ball of death.
Did you also put the console on there, just out of curiosity?
Sure. I guess in that downtime, I could have decided what console to swap out for the fracture tunnel.
Yes, you could have. I'm so disappointed in you.
I'm not. Turn. There we go. Everybody's being so quiet. How you guys holding up over there?
Oh, we're fine. How are you?
Oh, I'm just dandy.
Just trying to turn my dreadnought.
Are you using a fire at will build?
Yeah. But, I mean, turning it in combat is not the problem because, I mean, got weapons pointed in all directions. But, like, because my targets are, like, everywhere to get to the next batch, sometimes I have to, like, go up and down and, like, oh, I've got to go 100 kilometers up and over and...
Yeah, I understand that. Definitely got to think in 3 dimensions for this one.
I'm using more of my deuterium surplus than I've used ever before. Because I'm like using it to help me get from one group to the next. That and evasive maneuvers and more speed.
I'm still using the competitive engines, so I'm actually getting around pretty well.
Oh, I got that too. It's just I'm all the things, all the speed.
I've got the Discovery 3-piece, so no competitive engines for me.
The Tholian bulk web is 20% complete.
Wow. Well, apparently the optional is to prevent any percentage.
Wow.
That's impressive. That I'd be highly impressed with a group that can do that. I'm glad that's only optional.
Ooh, that hurt. Something took my shields down. I think I was fighting the board or something.
Yeah, that's the problem with that console. Go straight forward and there's too much up and down in this.
So there's that. Man, I would really have to read up on exactly what you need to do to make that, prevent any web at all. I have never done that even on lower difficulties.
It'd probably have to be highly coordinated.
Better than me. I don't.
I was looking at chat to see if anybody spoke up on how to do it.
Well, if you've got that group, you got that. I'll move on to the next.
Moving right along.
The subspace fracture tunnel would be amazing with this map, just because, like, all the groups are so spaced out. Whether it be up, down, left, right, whatever.
Hey, stop shooting at me, you little...
No.
What?
You're gonna make me turn this ship around, aren't you?
Yes.
The Tholian vault web is 40% complete.
Well, we didn't lose any more optionals, so
Well, there is no more optionals. But
I thought there might be another one for the other percentage points, but I guess not.
we just have to hold out another 2 seconds.
Web is collapsing.
Okay, now we got to go to the
Vault
battle
is
group,
secure, but we are not.
which is
Sensors show
over
Tholian
there.
Reinforcements approaching at high warp. Prepare for battle. Defeat the Tholian flagship if you can.
I'm going after the flagship.
Should we all go after the flagship?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably.
Oh, I got hit by the nebula.
Almost in range. Almost there.
So everything's gonna be dead by the time I get through the nebula and over there.
There's a whole nother boss, man.
The Tholian flagship is defeated. Excellent work.
Now this is a group I might need Tabby. I'm scared. They're gonna hurt me.
Uh-oh. Okay, thank you for the beam overload. Or, sorry, the fire at will. You guys took those nets down really, really well. Really quickly. Good job.
Oh, Mark's packages. I guess this one. Why not?
That was fun. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for listening to us detail the cruisers. Those of you who joined us afterwards for the elite TFOs. We appreciate all of you. Once again, Monday night we'll be doing Fun Night, probably running KDF characters unless we get a request from somebody who wants help doing something different. It's 10 p.m. Eastern. That is live streamed. We'll usually run until midnight. And then next Thursday at 10 p.m., we are going to cover the new event if we get one. If we don't, we will cover science vessels, kind of like we did the cruisers tonight. And as always, I will see you out there.
Be fun, have safe, and don't set yourselves on fire.
Live long and prosper, everybody. Hang around. We will raid someone. So, computer, end program.